So here is just a quick overview on how to get started with this class during week 1. Here I am on the course homepage, and hopefully you've had an opportunity to view the videos for the introduction to week 1. And hopefully you've also had a chance to go through and just orient yourself to all of the different course resources and other pages within this course website. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, just real quick, I'm going to the calendar and I'm just seeing that my assignments for the first 4 weeks of this class include getting the city training, as well as completing project 1, the first part of project 1, which is for part 1. And I also know that there is an exam for all the stuff related to part 1 that is going to be administered the weekend that ends Sunday, September 18th. So, and I also know that's also the day when part 1 of the project is due. So I know that I have 4 weeks to complete the exam, to prepare for exam number 1, and then to also complete project number 1. Now the city training you don't need to worry about. It's assigned at the beginning of class, but it is not due until all the way down here, November 13th. So if I were you, I wouldn't even worry about doing anything related to city training during week 1. This is just the week of orienting yourself to the overall class and preparing yourself for exam number 1. So with that in mind, hopefully you also had a chance to go to the course introduction and read through the information from the 3 pages, and that brought you to here, the course introduction, which is this video. So one of the things I would do during the first week is to go to the course text and readings and just make sure that you have a copy of the course text. If you don't already, you can download it and start reading it right away, and or you can order it from Amazon, a hard copy for $10. Some people just prefer that. There is also a link to the course text that is required for the final project of the class, which is called project number 2, but it's really the 5th thing you'll be submitting. And you might want to order that now, make sure that you have it with plenty of time. So I might do that. Another thing that I think that I would certainly do is go to the course notes and download the course notes file. So have that either on your computer, or if you prefer to print things out and and have them in a binder, you might maybe want to print out all the notes for exam number 1. These course notes are organized by outcomes, and so all of the first part of the notes addressed the skills that are going to be measured in exam number 1. So that's it for resources for now. The next thing I would do is go to the project 1 and go to the overview and read more about the actual project and what the pieces are, and know that there is a research proposal guideline that is provided, and you could use that as your template. And there's an overall description of the project here. So orient yourself to the project. I'm going to be providing you with a lot more information about the project at the beginning of week 2. So just know that. So that's information about the project. Another thing that I would do is, as you're reading through the material, whenever you're ready, I'm going to go to the assignments. And so I would then begin, since we're starting today, I would begin with the part 1 intro. And I would read through part 1 and again go through all the characteristics of part 1. It will describe the project in more detail. And then I would look at the reading assignments for this, for part 1. and they're all listed here specifically. I have some guiding questions for you to answer as you go through the chapters, and information that's related to the notes. And then I might go through, once you've read through all of the material for part one, you can view a short summary video. And I'm going to replace this with a video that has closed captioning. I haven't done that yet, but I will do that very soon. And then I would go ahead and start the practice items over these specific objectives. And that'll give you some practice, and you'll know exactly what the exam is going to be asking about regarding that. And notice that I do the same thing for all of the different sort of parts, chapters and parts that are for each of the reading assignments for part one. So just kind of walk through these and know and schedule yourself and say, well, I'm going to be working on this at this time, because you know that the exam number one is going to be due. You're going to be taking it before the 18th of September. And then I have a final review. And I have some a link there to a page about how to prepare for the course exam. So that is how you should sort of plan out how you're going to get started with this class. And all of this will probably become more familiar with you as you play around with the whole website and the whole structure of it.